How did this book make y'all feel first? Let's get into that. And you all can, go ahead, Aaliyah, and you all can also use the chat. What did you feel reading it, and what were the scenes that made you feel this way?
I felt angry, like at like not the whole book, but like at the point where they were questioning if she was a victim or not, and questioning like her sanity, and saying, well, is this person really real, like her best friend? And they're like, are you sure that you were actually talking to somebody? And I was like, that's just really messed up.
I was starting to. I'm like, wait, is Gabby real? I was like, what is going on here? But I also was angry. I was sad. There were a couple points in there that I actually was crying because I was just like really sad that she was going through what she went through. So there were some moments where I felt angry and sad. I don't know if you all read that author's note at the end, but you did. Okay. Well, one of the things that Tiffany Jackson said is I wrote it down, but she put, let me see. She put, where is
It's
that?
not based off of like R. Kelly or something.
Yeah. And she said, but she specifically said, she said, this book is about the abuse of power. And I wanted to ask you all, what do you think she means by that? When she says this book is about the abuse of power, what do y'all think?
Um, when I read that part when she said it was the abuse of power, like I thought about the Me Too movement where like one person came out against that I forgot, is it Weinstein? Is that his name? I'm not sure. Um Came out against that guy and they didn't come out for years, and there's a lot of rape victims or abuse victims that don't come out and speak their story for years because of the other like like they feel that other person is superior because they have that power. And I understand what she means, like this book is about the abuse of power because Corey, he had money and he had fame, and people were going to believe him over that than just some random girl that started singing with him. They weren't going to believe her simply because he had money and fame. And that's something that happens a lot. And that is why so many girls rather not speak up because like the police kept saying, well, she had so many times to like come out and say stuff. And everyone kept questioning, like she could have done this and she could have done that rather than to put some of the blame on Corey.
And even that whole Bright Eyes thing, when she was like, I didn't tell anybody he called me Bright Eyes. And Gab was like, child, he called everybody Bright Eyes. But this idea of love, do y'all think that this was, what do you think that Enchanted loved him? Do you think he loved them? Do you think what do y'all think about this? Because love was used a lot in this. Like, what y'all think about that? I thought Gap was kidnapped. Jasmine, okay. Infatuation. Zahar, you want to say more about that? Infatuation?
I felt like it was infatuation at first because I still think it is now because like when you see somebody that's cute, of course you're gonna be like, oh, I love him and everything. But I feel like over time, like she was confused with the idea of love because I don't think like she really experienced it. Like I think I remember saying like it was her first time being with someone.
Mm-hmm.
So being that it was her first time and then she saw Corey and then they started to, get along and everything. I just feel like it's infatuation because she likes him for his looks and he got money. But I feel like she mainly like her ticket to success.
I kind of agree, but I don't.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't agree about the whole she only wanted him for the well, I know you said other things, but like for the career part, because she was not focused on that. She was focused on him the whole time. And then her career was like pushed to the back. If she really cared about her career, she would have like actually while she was there with him, she would have like what is it called? Networked. She would have networked with other people instead of being scared about it.
Mm-hmm.
On it.
And that album that never had, like, I just kept, you kept thinking, I don't know, but I don't know. I want to hear what y'all think. I think that in the beginning, she hoped that he would help her career, but I certainly think there was something that kept her there, which I want to ask you all a little bit about. but I do agree in terms of infatuation. I don't think love feels like that. I think she certainly thought she was in love. But I forgot the order that I said, but Janae and Caleb, when do y'all want to go and add to that?
I don't think he loved her. I feel like he loved like being in possession of her or possessing her and the feeling that he had power over her. And then I don't really think she loved him. I just think she wasn't at a point where she could love herself, and he had broken her down to a point where she thought that she needed him and that she didn't have anyone else to love her. So she kind of fell into this trap of believing that he loved her and that he was the only one who could love her. So that's what I felt like I got from that between them.
That power dynamic is so important, Kayla, and or like that love for having power. But the thing that you said about him being the only one who loved her, was that true?
No, I just feel like he made it seem that way, which is what we learned about in class. Like what people try to do when they want power over you, they isolate you, they break you down, they tell you nobody loves you. So that way you feel that no one loves you and that you feel like you have nowhere to go or to turn to. So you stay with this person even though they're hurting and you kind of get in this habit of feeling that you love this person, even though that's not really love.